Do you know, average Toyota in America is junked around 180,000 to 220,000 miles. But you have heard about Toyota's reliability, right? Bad maintenance is the cause that brings up to 50% more engine and transmission wear. Crazy, huh? This is why today, I'll show you my exact formula that has helped Toyotas reach 700,000 miles on their original engine, and the last two habits will save you over $7,000 in major repairs. Let's get started. Habit number 1. Use the right driving mode for your Toyota. After seeing thousands of Toyotas come through the shop, it becomes clear that how you drive each day quietly decides how long your car will last. You must use the correct drive mode for the situation. In traffic and daily cruising, Eco mode should be your default. It softens throttle response, reduces fuel delivery, and lowers heat inside the engine and transmission. Less heat means slower wear. Save power mode only for passing and merging, not daily driving. Constant power mode use overloads bearings, pistons, and transmission clutches over time. Most Toyotas that reach extreme mileage spend 90% of their life in Eco or Normal. This one daily choice protects your engine and saves thousands in repairs. Habit number 2. Strictly follow 5K oil change rule. If there is one habit that decides whether your Toyota reaches 200,000 miles or 700,000 miles, this is it. You must change your oil before it breaks down, not after damage has already started. Fresh oil creates a protective film between fast-moving metal parts, pulls heat away from the engine, and traps dirt, carbon, and microscopic metal shavings. Once oil gets old, it thins from heat, thickens from contamination, and loses its ability to protect. That's when timing chains stretch, piston rings wear, and oil burning begins. For most Toyotas, 5,000 miles is the safe zone, especially with short trips, traffic, and cold starts. This single habit controls engine noise, fuel economy, oil consumption, and long-term reliability more than any other service. Habit number 3. Replace spark plugs and wires. Right on schedule. Your Toyota's engine only runs as well as the spark it receives, so you must keep the ignition system healthy. Spark plugs ignite the fuel inside each cylinder, and when they wear out, everything suffers. Old plugs cause hard starts, shaky idling, weak acceleration, and wasted fuel. Most modern Toyotas use iridium plugs that should be changed between 100,000 and 120,000 miles. But ignoring that window invites misfires and long-term engine stress. You also need to inspect ignition wires or coils for cracks, corrosion, or oil contamination. A sudden drop in fuel economy or a rough idle is often your Toyota quietly asking for fresh plugs. Replacing them on time restores power, protects your engine, and keeps fuel money in your pocket. Habit number 4. Clean your MAF sensor. Your Toyota's engine makes fuel decisions thousands of times every minute, and the MAF sensor is the main decision maker, so you must keep it clean. On Toyotas like the Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Tacoma, Highlander, and Prius, the MAF sensor sits just after the air filter and tells the ECU exactly how much air is entering the engine. That information controls fuel injection timing, air-fuel ratio, throttle response, and even transmission behavior. When dirt, oil vapors, or dust coat its tiny sensing wires, your Toyota starts guessing instead of measuring. That's when hesitation, rough idle, misfires, stalling, poor MPG, and weak acceleration begin. Left dirty, it can even cause carbon buildup on valves and piston rings, shortening engine life. Cleaning it every 12 to 18 months with proper MAF cleaner restores accuracy, protects fuel economy, and prevents long-term engine stress. This one tiny sensor quietly controls your Toyota's entire behavior. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Habit number 5. Always let your Toyota warm up before you drive. This is one of the easiest habits to follow, yet one of the most ignored, and you must stop skipping it. When you first start your Toyota, the oil is cold and thick, sitting in the oil pan. It hasn't fully reached the pistons, timing chain, camshafts, and bearings yet. If you shift into gear and drive off immediately, those parts begin moving without full lubrication, and that creates silent wear every single morning. Even strong Toyota engines like the Camry, Corolla, Tacoma, RAV4, Yaris, and Fortuner suffer from this over time. Letting your engine idle for just 30 to 60 seconds allows oil pressure to stabilize and coat all vital parts. Toyota engineers agree this simple habit can reduce long-term engine wear by up to 60%. It costs nothing and protects everything. Habit number 6. Never let your fuel level drop below 1/4. This is a quiet habit that ruins fuel systems, and you must stop pushing your Toyota to empty. Inside every Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Tacoma, and Highlander, the fuel pump is designed to stay submerged in gasoline. That fuel doesn't just feed the engine, it cools and lubricates the pump. When you drive below a quarter tank, the pump overheats and strains itself every mile. That's how fuel pumps fail early, often without warning. Replacement routinely costs $500 to $1,000 or more. Low fuel also stirs up sediment and debris sitting at the bottom of the tank. That dirt gets pulled into injectors and filters, causing rough, idle, poor MPG and weak acceleration. Make it a firm rule to refuel at 1/4 tank. This small habit protects your pump, keeps injectors clean, and preserves Toyota reliability for the long run. Habit number 7. Check and top up your fluids. If you want your Toyota to reach extreme mileage, you must stay on top of fluid levels. Fluids are the lifeblood of your engine, transmission, cooling system, steering, and brakes. Every 2 weeks, with your car parked on level ground, check the engine oil first. It should sit between the MIN and MAX marks. Light brown means healthy. Thick, black oil means contamination and heat damage are already starting. Diesel Toyotas run darker oil by nature, but the level still determines survival. Next, check the coolant reservoir. Low coolant causes overheating, head gasket failure, and warped cylinder heads, one of the most expensive Toyota repairs. Also, inspect brake fluid and power steering fluid if equipped. Don't ignore washer fluid either. Clear vision prevents accidents. In real Toyota workshops, nearly 1 in 5 cars arrive low on critical fluids. This simple habit prevents breakdowns, overheating, brake failure, and early engine death before warning lights even appear. Habit number 8. Never rev your Toyota right after a cold start. This is one of the fastest ways drivers quietly destroy engines, and you must stop doing it. When you first start your Toyota, the oil is still cold and thick. It hasn't fully reached the pistons, bearings, camshafts, and valve train yet. For those first few seconds, your engine is running with partial lubrication only. If you rev the engine during this time, you force dry or semi-dry metal parts to grind against each other. That causes scoring, ticking noises, rough idle, and early internal wear. Toyota engineers recommend letting the engine idle for 30 to 60 seconds before driving, especially in cold weather. Repeated cold revving eventually leads to oil consumption, timing wear, and even full engine rebuilds costing $3,000 to $6,000. A little patience at startup protects everything inside your engine. Habit number 9. Never ride the clutch. If you drive a manual Toyota, you must keep your foot completely off the clutch when you're not shifting. Light pressure may feel harmless, but it keeps the clutch partially engaged and creates constant friction between the clutch disc and flywheel. That friction builds heat, and heat is what kills clutch linings and pressure plates early. Over time, this leads to slipping gears, burning smells, shuddering starts, and hard shifting. Toyota technicians see this damage every day. A full clutch replacement on models like the Corolla, Yaris, Hilux, and older Tacomas can cost $1,200 to $2,000 or more. especially if the flywheel is damaged. The fix is simple. Use the dead pedal when cruising. This one habit keeps your clutch cool, smooth, and alive for tens of thousands of extra miles. Habit number 10. Always keep your Toyota in gear. This is one of the biggest fuel-saving myths still hurting modern cars, and you must stop doing it. In today's Toyotas with electronic fuel injection, your engine is smartest when it's left in gear. When you lift off the gas while in gear, the ECU actually cuts fuel completely and lets the car slow itself using engine braking. That means zero fuel used during deceleration. But the moment you shift into neutral, the engine must keep burning fuel just to keep running. So instead of saving gas, you waste it. Neutral coasting also removes engine braking, forcing your brake pads and rotors to work harder and wear out faster. Toyota engineers strongly advise staying in gear for safer control, better fuel economy, and longer transmission and brake life. Habit number 11. Always use the correct fuel. This is a mistake that destroys engines fast, and you must never take it lightly. Putting the wrong fuel in a Toyota can wipe out the entire fuel system in minutes. If gasoline goes into a diesel Toyota like the Hilux, Land Cruiser, or Pro Ace, the damage is immediate. Diesel fuel lubricates the injectors and pump. Gasoline strips that lubrication away, leading to seized pumps, destroyed injectors, and $2,000 to $5,000 repair bills. But it works both ways. If diesel goes into a gasoline Toyota like the Camry or Corolla, it clogs injectors, filters, and even the catalytic converter, causing rough, idle smoke and stalling. Even octane matters. Most Toyotas are tuned for regular 87, and poor quality fuel can cause knock, weak power, and up to 10% worse MPG. Always check the pump label. One mistake can cost everything. Habit number 12. Keep your transmission fluid fresh. Your Toyota only moves because of clean transmission fluid, and you must keep it fresh if you want long life. This fluid does three major jobs. It lubricates internal gears and bearings, cools the transmission, and allows the clutch packs to grip correctly. Over time, even lifetime Toyota fluid fills with microscopic metal shavings, burnt friction material, and moisture. By 60,000 miles, that contamination begins to wear valve bodies, solenoids, and torque converter surfaces. You may not feel it yet, but damage has already begun. Most gas Toyotas should get a fluid change every 60,000 miles, while hybrids can safely go to 90,000 miles due to lower load. If your Toyota has never been serviced, never do a power flush. Use a simple drain and fill only. Always use Toyota WS or the exact factory-specified fluid. Ignoring this habit is one of the most common paths to $3,000 to $5,000 transmission failures that arrive without warning. Habit number 13. Always let the engine cool down. After long or rough drives, this is a silent turbo killer, and if you drive a turbo Toyota, you must follow this rule. On models like the Supra, GR Corolla, Turbo Hilux, and turbocharged Lexus Toyota platforms, the turbo spins at over 150,000 RPM and reaches extreme temperatures after highway runs or spirited driving. When you shut the engine off immediately, oil circulation stops instantly, but the turbo is still red hot and spinning. That trapped heat bakes the leftover oil into hard carbon, a process called oil coking. Over time, that carbon blocks oil flow, destroys turbo bearings, and leads to sudden turbo failure. Turbo replacements often run $2,500 to $3,500, and failure can send metal debris into the engine. The fix is simple: idle for 60 to 90 seconds before shutdown. That short cool down keeps oil flowing, cools the turbo safely, and protects one of the most expensive parts on your Toyota. If you're enjoying this video, consider watching this one where I'm exposing important things you must know before buying modern Toyotas.